Okay, now let's have a look at the last part. Let's skip the geometry conversion from the proprietary input format. So, first of all, I will show you the process as it is implemented in the default way. So I am in my case right here, and I've opened the file geometrycreation.m. So this is the instructions for dealing with the conversion and all that stuff. First up, I've got the load parameter file. So this loads the proprietary input. And the next one, we will convert that data. So this is that file. There are some formulas going on, some calculations, just to get that input that I just get into the format or into the type of value that CPEX needs. For example, you need to specify in a global coordinate system for CPEX the position of the wing, and that's what I get from this calculation. And the next step, when we've got those parameters calculated, we will edit the template file for the CPEX definition. So we will see CPEX, first of all, load candidate scheme.cpex.xml. We will have a look at that file here. That's the easy case where it's just one wing. The full configuration will be a lot longer. But what you see is, in capital letters, we've got those placeholders here. And what the CPEX editor file will do is it will look for those keywords and replace them with the parameters that we've got loaded. So if we do not have the proprietary input format, we can just define those values here. I mean, that's probably not super straightforward. You might have to look at the CPEX file, but for example, the leading edge position of the wing, you can just specify that in a way easier form with just those parameters that you need, and then you can run the CPEX editor to have them implemented into the CPEX file. So what we will have in the end, so this again is the template file with the placeholders, and in the end, for example, in this file, it's just a 0 that will be in that place. So you can, for example, in the run geometry creation, just comment out those lines that you don't need, and then supply your values in a different way. You will have to do a little bit of coding, but I think it's not super difficult to do that. And it might be way easier than to edit the default my aircraft configuration file from the input directory. Another way is just not to do it this way, just not have a CPEX file at all, actually. So we can skip the entire geometry creation step and go straight to the meshing. If we have a proper step file, there's a little bit more information in the developer documentation in the PDF that I mentioned in the beginning, that you already have when you downloaded CPEX from GitHub. You need to take care of the naming conventions, because that's what Fluent Meshing will use for specified refinements on, for example, the wing surfaces. So you need to have those geometries named in a certain way. That might be a little more work to do. And I think actually my recommendation would be to use the CPEX definition, because I think there's hardly any way to make it easier and to have it in a clearer way. There's also a lot of stuff that you can do. So the default model, the complex variant, for so to say, that's basically nothing of what CPEX can do. You can also have control surfaces, for example. I think it makes sense to look at the documentation for that, and you will see what you can do. Yeah, I think we're done with this.